How did this man get such learning without having been taught? Jesus answered, My teaching is not my own, it comes from the one who sent me. How did this man get such learning without having been taught? Jesus answered, My teaching is not my own, it comes from the one who sent me. Greeting, guys, it is me here with a message of the kingdom of heaven. Guys, in this podcast, this particular one, I wanted us to speak about Jesus's education. People don't ask this question, and it's not in people's mind, but it's always in my mind because Jesus's life, guys, always fascinated me. The way he does things, the way he speaks, he always fascinates me. But if you don't understand, guys, why Jesus behaved the way he did, you will think that the guy was reckless, and irresponsible, the way he lived, the way he answered people's questions, and it is because we don't understand this kingdom of heaven. You see, guys, Jesus was living in that kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, before he came here on earth. So coming here for him, it wasn't to learn our ways. Because as I've said, guys, and I'm going to say it over and over again until it's inside in our minds, when Daddy and Jesus created Adam and put him there in the Garden of Eden, there were two trees. There was a tree of life and a tree of good and evil. And Adam was not supposed to eat. In fact, he was commanded against that tree of good and evil. Yet the guy took it, and when he took it, he died spiritually because he was disobeying God's command. For human beings, guys, were wired or designed to live according to the word of God. So when he disobeyed him, he died spiritually, right? And also his flesh died as well, right? And guys, not only that, he took of the wrong tree, the tree of good and evil, which represented the knowledge, the teachings we are getting in this kingdom. Guys, whatever knowledge, whatever teachings we are getting in this kingdom, they come from this tree of good and evil. Now, if Jesus and Daddy is sitting there up there upstairs, and they realize, okay, Adam has disconnected himself from them, thus becoming the child of the kingdom of darkness, because he also partook of Satan's nature. So he is actually a son of Satan, as well as belonging to the kingdom of Satan, the kingdom of darkness, which is the world, right? So Jesus is realizing this. So him and the Father are discussing how they're going to come down here to bring back the knowledge of the kingdom of heaven. That's why when he came here, he preached the message of the kingdom of heaven. So guys, that one is sorted because we've already spoken so much about it, right? But now Jesus comes down here, guys. He makes the blood available because without the shedding of blood, no sins are forgiven. Paul says that in the letter to the Hebrews. But now one problem, guys. Jesus is not educated. Why? He comes down here, he's not educated. Guys, it's simple. Jesus cannot get the learning from the tree of good and evil. That is the tree of the kingdom of darkness. That is the knowledge of Satan. You understand? Jesus cannot, guys, it's not even possible. He came here to give us the teachings of life, which belong to the kingdom of heaven. So he cannot come down here and study. Jesus, guys, cannot be a doctor. You go to the school of medicine to become a doctor. Jesus cannot. Guys, that guy is a healer. You will have to study to become a healer. Jesus doesn't have to study. He speaks healing. Guys, the things he did to us, they are miracles. But to him, it wasn't a miracle, guys, because that guy is coming from a kingdom where things are done different from the way we do things here. Guys, I see it and I'm like, people are never fascinated by Jesus. Guys, until we are fascinated by that guy's life. Guys, Jesus made poor decisions in life. I started understanding when I started making poor decisions in life. When you make poor decisions on purpose, guys, I don't know. Have you ever made poor decisions on purpose? Believe you me, guys, it's difficult because people will judge you. because they don't understand how come you are making poor decisions when you have the knowledge of this kingdom. Because guys, the knowledge we have in this kingdom, we think it is, it's the knowledge, and we think we are clever, we think we are wise. I remember I was saying in one particular podcast that to be honest, guys, I am a graduate, right? But when I realized the spirit realm, that is when I sat down and said, Nini, you are not wise at all. I thought I was wise. Guys, when you are a graduate, your parents give you a certain level of respect. You also give yourself a certain level. You understand? You put, you give yourself a certain level of respect. Your peers, your neighbors, your friends, everyone respects you because of your education or of your level, of the level of your education. You understand? But when you get to the spirit realm and you see things there, guys, then you start and you say, damn, human beings are stupid. Guys, that's when I realized how stupid I was. That's when I realized, because guys, things happen in that realm. I'm talking about the spirit realm. Things happen and I sit and I'm like, damn, Jesus is wise. That guy is really wise. That's when you really appreciate Jesus' wisdom. When you get to the spirit realm and you realize how stupid human beings are. That's when you realize how wise Jesus is. That's when you start appreciating his wisdom. Guys, that man's lifestyle, that man's way of thinking fascinates me a lot. I used to think that was a stupid move. That was a stupid move, Jesus. But after realizing these things, after understanding the message of the kingdom of heaven, after understanding what happened to human beings right there in the beginning, after understanding what happened, to the world, to our flesh, to our spirit, then I was like, damn, we really are stupid. Guys, Daddy, I love that man very much, but I sit and I'm like, why did you hide the things that are so important that would actually make us make decisions that are wise? Guys, the guy hid himself. Jesus reveals himself to those he wants to. And then, Aibo, guys, you sit and you're like, Aibo, why did you hide heaven? Why did you hide hell? These are things that you've hidden that will actually make us make decisions that are wise. Yet because we've hidden these things from our eyes, we make poor decisions, stupid decisions, things that we only realize when we die physically. And guys, when you die physically, there's no point of return. There's no redeciding. Some people believe that you can pray for the dead, for them to make better decisions. You can't pray for a person who has left this room. Once they leave, it's over. Once they leave, it's over. Tada. And I sit and I'm like, damn, Daddy, I don't understand why you did that. But then again, I'm like, he wrote everything down. It's not like he hid himself, hid Jesus, hid heaven, hid hell. You understand? He actually wrote everything down. And he reveals himself to certain people and reveals these things to certain people and expect us or those who don't have that proof to believe those people or to believe his word. If you don't, that is your own story. Yo, guys, and I sit and I'm like, damn, we really are stupid in this kingdom. We really are. So Jesus could not have come down here, guys, on earth and learned from the knowledge of good and evil, because that knowledge, that tree which Adam took off in the Garden of Eden, was that knowledge of good and evil, the knowledge of the kingdom of darkness, the knowledge of Satan, the knowledge of the world.